this week with 5 other senators on board about taking away the decision of Citizens United, putting some legislation forward so that corporations are no longer considered people.
I'd love to see a resolution out of this group that says we support single-payer health care. How are we doing on that one? Does anybody have a blocking concern? I've raised a resolution that this group support single-payer health care, that we have a resolution that says, yes, we support single-payer health care. No, then I move that we have passed our first resolution.
First, I'd like to say a thank you to all our veterans as we celebrated yesterday. Also, that we remember what Armistice Day was really about. It was about peace. And the people really believed at that time that there would be no more war. So let's bring that into this century and keep that spirit alive.
The proposals we have so far, reinstate Glass-Steagall, get money out of elections, get personhood away from corporations. We want to be able to know that we can be whatever we want to be and nothing's standing in the way. Not a system that keeps us from being upwardly mobile, not a system that people are taking advantage of that we simply don't understand. That's why these financials are so hard to protest, because nobody really understands derivatives and hedge funds and securitization. I think one of our biggest challenges is to explain to people in terms they can understand why these are bad. Because right now people think all we want is a handout, but we don't. People think that we just want people to give us things for free, and we don't. What we want is to be able, what we want is to be able to be in a society where we know we can be better than the generation before. Right now that's not happening. I think most of us are employed, most of us are doing pretty well, but we're here because we care about the generation coming after us. So I'm all for sustainable, but let's get this done first, because it's small steps that I think are going to really attract attention, really attract the majority of our people.
We have a facilitating team right now already, and we're trying to work on a media team, an education team, and I think that's what Sharon was talking about. It's something that is very important that we can discuss. Lauren, I know, is on the education team. If you wanted to get with her after the General Assembly, anybody, this goes for anybody who wanted to get with education. They're going to set up something during the week where they get together and talk about things that we'll bring up to the GA about specific points, like more about Glass-Steagall. Some people don't. They think that's just like a real estate sign. Who knows, you know? I don't know what people know or not, but that's the idea, is they may not know, and I guess it's our job to educate ourselves and educate each other, and then that way we can educate the masses. And so anybody wants to get with that, please get with Lauren afterwards.
Like the Medicare for All should be on here. And also we have student debt. We should also have something about mortgages being refinanced.
There are spokes of a wheel. Each one of the issues that have arisen are a spoke in a wheel. The hub of the wheel is money. I just watched a movie called Thrive. Has anyone heard of Thrive? Go to thrivemovement.com.
Power. They're not looking for money necessarily. They're looking for the power that money gets.
I want to talk about the DuPage Coffee House, but there's a tremendous synergy between the DuPage Coffee House and the Occupy movement, okay? And I don't know how many people have heard of the DuPage Coffee House.
Nope.
Oh, only a few, okay. Well, we have information here, and if I get cut off, go to DuPageCoffeehouse.org, and you got the whole story, okay?
We'll put it on Facebook.
Okay.
We had a coffee house, open house last Wednesday. Bernie Sanders spoke. We had about 20 people there. We're going to have a follow-up meeting this Tuesday, 7 p.m. at the 213 building. You can always go to DuPageCoffeehouse.org to find out about these meetings. And we got a great new flyer that there was some question a couple weeks ago about what corporate personhood's about and what we're trying to do. Maybe this will help a little bit, so I'm going to pass this out.
You hear me? Yay! My name is Christine. I have a couple of comments and then one proposal. And from Glendale Heights, I could stand here this morning and tell you about how we are on the verge of foreclosure in my family. I could tell you about how I left college a decade ago with $50,000 in student debt and today have $58,000 in student debt. Haven't been able to find a job for 2 years. I could talk about the unaffordable cost of child care, the ridiculous property taxes, and how we are all being screwed by the banks. But what I really want to say right now is that this is not a new movement. I know a lot of people in here have been working on social justice and economic human rights for many, many years. This is building on energy and information that we already have out there. The corporate capitalists overstepped their bounds and got enough of America angry that we are finally coming together to work together across those schisms.
This is what dividing 2 minutes. Everybody else got a chance.
She likes civil disobedience.
Come on and speak.
Come talk to us.
Come on up and talk. Come on up and talk. Is she going to talk? She's not going to speak. Okay, forget about her. Let's go.
Hey,
Okay.
I have a comment on this. We need to invite them and then meet them with information.
It interrupts the meeting that before we answer or respond, we go over with the stack list and ask them if they want to get on and speak like the rest of us that wait our turn.
I would really encourage that everybody get involved in a committee in some way, shape, or form. Anybody who wants to should be able to join that committee. This way, we have a movement not of leaders, but of leadership roles that anybody can assume. But everybody has skills that they can contribute. And if everybody is able to bring those skills to the table, we'll be able to grow this movement exponentially.
So what we wanted to do was come to a consensus on whether or not you guys, us, we, as a whole, wanted to put our notes onto a internet forum or onto our website to have the people who are not able to make it here able to see it.